What's up guys, I'm here with another video, episode 154 of Let's Build the City. Today we're building Tom's Studios. Let's build Tom's Studios.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video I'll be showing you how to make Tom Studios from the show Talking Tom and Friends. Here is the amount of space required to make your build. Feel free to build this grid in your world if you do feel as though it will help you out. And here are all up.
Hello, Carol lost her subs, but she's okay. Welcome to my stream.
The materials we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. We will be needing every single one of them. Step 1, if you have made the grid, come all the way over to the front right hand corner of it. Count backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then left 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to begin by placing 5 white concrete on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, left of the bottom block, we want to place 2 pink concrete. 1, 2. Inwards and left of the pink concrete, place 5 stone brick stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left of this, place a light blue concrete and extend it forwards. Left of the first light blue concrete, I want you to place 2 smooth quartz block, 1, 2, a white concrete, 2 smooth quartz block, 1, 2, place a light blue concrete, extend it forwards, left, stick a white concrete on the end. Extend the white concrete upwards by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like this. The next thing we're going to do is extend the right and left sides of the build backwards each by 13. The right side we want to extend backwards using pink concrete.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And place a white concrete on the end. And we want to do the same thing to the left side, however, we want to use light blue concrete instead of pink. And we still want the white concrete on the end. We can then extend the white concrete up by 1, 2, 3, 4 to match the front, and 1, 2, 3, 4. On the back of the build here, we're going to come down to the bottom left side, and right of this white concrete, place 4 pink. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right by 2. 1, 2. Up 1. Right 2. Up 1. Right 1. Now, this is going to seem a little weird now, but this is going to be very helpful right about now. So, on the front and the back of the build, we want to establish the shape of the roof. To do this, we are going to place dark oak wood slabs on the outside of the tops of the rows of white concrete that we have on each one of the 4 corners. Extend these slabs outwards so they are overhanging the front and back of the build. Then extend these slabs inwards and upwards until they eventually reach where you would estimate to be about halfway of where the roof should be. An easy way to see this is on the front of the build where we have that little light blue concrete there. That is the middle of the roof. What I would then suggest is when you're comfortably happy that you've got it in about the right place, come to the opposite side here and do the same thing. So extend another row of dark oak wood slabs upwards until you eventually meet in the middle like this. So what we can then do from here is we can extend the roof, extend another row of dark oak wood slabs upwards until you eventually meet in the middle like this. So what we can then do from here is we can extend the roof forwards.
Hello Cakes Sakura, welcome to live stream.
Exact same thing on the front. So we will extend the dark oak wood slabs until it is roughly in the middle of the build. It's actually a little bit easier to do on the front because we can easily gauge it with that light blue. But it's okay, I guess that we started with the hardest first, so that is perfectly fine. And then soon enough we will have the exact same thing on the front as we do the back, which is good to have because now we have a nice simple shape that we can fill in on the front. So begin by grabbing your light blue concrete and take the very middle of the build in between these two garages here and extend the light blue concrete up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just do the same here. On the right side, extend the fourth block to the right by 1, 2, 3. And on the left, extend all the way to the actual boundary of the garage. We are going to extend these light blue concretes up from the ground, like this. And I'm also just going to add a little bit more light blue on the left, just so that we don't have any gaps. The smooth quartz and the white concrete, we want to, I've done that in reverse order, my bad. So the smooth quartz block and the white concrete, we want to extend up another row. And then the white concrete row, we want to add 2 more on top, and glass on top of the smooth quartz portion, and then just add, you can kind of add anything on top of the glass because we want to then place smooth quartz stairs in front of it, so it doesn't really matter what you would have had otherwise. On the right side of the build, we want to extend the pink concrete upwards, so there is as high as the roof will allow us. Join the pink concrete to the light blue concrete that we placed earlier, and then place rows of stone brick stairs, and I would also recommend adding an extra row of pink just on the inside on the right there, and rows of stone brick stairs until we reach the top. However, similar to what we just have on the opposite side, we want to have another row of stairs anyway. So now that we have placed those smooth quartz stairs and we've kind of finished these 2 garage doors here, we want to copy, and this is going to be tricky, so we might not describe it this way. So we kind of want to have that same pink concrete shape on the front. So to do that, we're going to take these 2 pink concrete blocks, add another row on top of them, extend them left 2, 1, 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, and then left 1. So what that gives us is the exact same shape that we have on the back of the build, I do believe. And what we can then do is we can just fill in these gaps just underneath the roof with pink concrete, but also with light blue concrete as well. So if you take a look, there we go. That's absolutely perfect. And on the back of the build, or on the sides as well, I should say this, on the sides of the build we want to fill in these extended rows of light blue concrete and pink concrete, and on the back of the build we are going to want to fill the back in, and it's actually very, very easy to do now. We want to fill the back in with the relevant colours as well. So it's kind of, if the front of the build didn't have garage doors, it would look the exact same, but because it has garage doors, it gives it a much cooler effect. But on the back of the build, we pretty much fill everything here on the left side and the inside of the pink shape that we have, and it's probably easier to do it from the inside like this. We fill all of that in with pink, and we fill the rest of the side in using light blue concrete. Also, I do not want to forget this, there is space for a door. It's actually going to be here on the right side. So if you just have a row of light blue concrete just on the left of the row of white concrete, just leave a space for a door, and we're going to...
When Corinne and Roxanne thought of their business idea, they decided to go for it with GoDaddy and start their business idea online for free with GoDaddy's website builder. So when you want to get your business idea online, back yourself and go for it with GoDaddy.
Use an oak wood door for that later, which, now that I've left the space, I will actually remember. But previously, if I hadn't left that space, I probably would have forgotten. But what can you do? So now that we have done that, we've done the front, the back, the sides, I want to add a little bit more detail. So to the right side of the build specifically, there is a little sticky out part. If we come all the way to the front right hand corner of the build, we start at the bottom here, and we find the 1, 2, 3, the third pink concrete in, place a pink concrete extending out, white concrete on there, extend back by 5 pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, white concrete on the end, pink extending in, and then extend the white concrete up by 2 each, pink as well, although we might have to extend an additional pink upwards, we have to see, because on the top side of this we are going to place dark oak slabs, then extend the slab outwards, out the front, and then in, up, we don't need another pink, it would seem, and then on the back, outwards, in, up, and then we'll just join these together like this, just front to back, and we will have something which should look like this. So that looks pretty cool so far. So unfortunately for us, this next part of the build is a little bit tedious. I'm going to get rid of these stone brick stairs for a second, and I'm going to grab dark oak planks. These aren't necessary, but it does make things a whole lot easier. I want to connect the roof together, front to back. You can just use dark oak slabs for this, but it really is easier if you use planks. Simply connect dark oak planks together, front to back. Also, extend the dark oak slabs, front to back as well, and you will have a nice, complete roof. So, the next part of this is a big antenna thing on the roof. To make this, we need an inside wall, block of iron, end rods, smooth stone slabs, antenna thing on the roof. To make this, we need an inside wall, block of iron, end rods, smooth stone slabs, fence, oak fence specifically. Hay bales and iron bars. Also, whilst we're at it, we'll grab the acacia planks and spruce trappings. So, this big antenna thing. Whilst we're at it, we'll grab the acacia planks and spruce oak fence specifically, hay bales and iron bars. Also, whilst we're at it, we'll grab the acacia planks and spruce trappings. So, this big antenna thing, we are going to build it, and it's kind of tricky to explain really, but it's on the roof, on the front right side. We are looking for where the end of this garage here, the smooth quartz stairs, we follow this up, we extend in a couple of rows, 1, 2, and we place 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz stairs. We follow this up, we extend in a couple of rows, 1, 2, and we place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an inside wall extending up. We extend the third wall, 1, 2, 3, left by 1, 2, back by 1, 2, across 1, 2, ending up. We extend the third wall, 1, 2, 3, left by 1, 2, back by 1, 2, across 1, 2, join back together. Extend the corners of the wall down to the roof. Extend the corners upwards so that they are as high as the rest of the area. Place smooth stone slabs on top of the corners and join them together in the centre. Extend the centre up by 1, a couple of oak fence extending up from the middle, a hay bale on top, slabs on top of the corners and join them together in the centre. Extend the centre up by 1, a couple of oak fence extending up from the middle, a hay bale on top, and a couple of iron bars, maybe 2 or maybe even 3. No, we'll do 2, extending up from the corner. I know they don't connect anywhere, but it just looks kind of good. We want to place blocks of iron in certain places, number 1, on top of this centre wall here. And then we want to place 1 in front of it, but down to the left. We also want to place 1 on the side here as well, so maybe towards the back might be a little bit better like this, or maybe it will just kind of like hang out from the centre like this. And we're going to place end rods extending all out, and those are kind of like all satellite dishes, so that looks pretty good in my opinion. Okay, so we are going to come to the bottom from left hand corner of the garage, or the studio as it is. Extend backwards 1, 2, 3. Place an acacia plank left of this one. Then a white concrete. Extend backwards by 2 with the acacia. 1, 2. And then place a white concrete behind. We then want to place an acacia connecting back. Stick acacias on top of all of the acacias. White concrete on top of all of the white concrete. Extend, stick acacias on top of all of the acacias. White concrete on top of all of the white concrete. Extend the white concrete, stick acacias on top of all of the acacias. White concrete on top of all of the white concrete. Extend the white concrete up an additional row, and also the acacias extending front and back. Then we want to grab the glass, and we want to place glass on top of the front and back acacias, and then place spruce trap doors on top of everything that we've just made. And that is just a little sticky out part of the garage, and we'll be needing that later for an important task. The garage, however, is not yet complete. There's still quite a lot to do. So, for instance, there is a basketball hoop. So we're going to grab smooth quartz slabs, the acacia, acacia sides, cobwebs. there's a on top of everything that we've just made, and that is just a little sticky out part of the garage, and we'll be needing that later for an important task. The garage, however, is not yet complete. There's still quite a lot to do. So, for instance, there is a basketball hoop, so we're going to grab smooth quartz slabs, the acacia signs, cobwebs. There's a monitor thing, so we're going to grab an item frame with some black stained glass pane. Black concrete, stone buttons. We'll need a yellow shulker box, and that's all we can carry at the moment. So, for the basketball hoop, pane, black concrete, stone buttons. We'll need a yellow shulker box, and that's all we can carry at the moment. So, for the basketball hoop, we want to place an acacia plank above and in the middle of the garages. We want to build up smooth quartz slabs on the left and right side of this until we are able to extend them up and over. In front of and down from the acacia plank, we want to place web, and then we want to place acacia signs around the webbing, or the cobweb as it is. So, just like this. There you have a very simple basketball. There is a screen, I think, on the front of the garage. It extends upwards, up left diagonally from the garage door here, so an item frame with a glass pane in it. On the right side of the build, we want to, above this smooth quartz stair, place a black concrete, stone button extending out, item frame right of the stair with a yellow shulker box in it. And that's about all of the detail that the actual garage requires, except for the sign, which we do not have the materials for. But we have some of the materials for the next thing that we can make. Okay, so come all the way to the bottom front right hand corner of the garage, leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and on this fourth block place a black concrete, and then in front. Okay, so come all the way to the bottom front right hand corner of the garage, leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and on this fourth block place a black concrete, and then in front of it a yellow, black, yellow. Right of this place a barrel, and then opposite the barrel, place a yellow concrete. Extend backwards with a black, yellow, black. Fill the middle in with yellow concrete. On top of the barrel, place a birch trapdoor, which we want to flip upwards. Place glow item frames in front of the 2 yellow concretes. We want to place glass pane on top of the area behind the birch trapdoor. Extend these sides backwards, each a row, and then place yellow concrete on top of the back 2 corners, with then another glass pane in between them. Place a string in the center of the build, like this, and stone buttons on the sides of the wheels. What we then want to do is we want to grab oak fence, and we want to place oak fence opposite the tyres, but leaving a gap of 1, and they want to be 2 rows high. Place string in between the car and the fence, and then grab want to be 2 rows high. Place string in between the car and the fence, and then grab yellow carpet and red carpet and white carpet. So the yellow carpet is going to be for the top of the vehicle, That's a weird vehicle. And then we then want to play. So the yellow carpet is going to be for the top of the vehicle. That's a weird vehicle. And then we then want to place a row of white carpet extending from the vehicle, and then a row of red carpet in front of it. And that's pretty much it. It actually looks really good in my opinion. I think that looks really cool. So the next thing that we have to do really is just finish off the garage. There isn't really much more to it. We have to make a sign. To make the sign, we need the loom, lime blue banners, orange dye, cyan dye, yellow dye, and black banners. So we're going to throw the loom on the ground, open it up, and we are going to start off with the two easy letters. So the first one is T. Put some orange dye in there. Horizontal row of orange with the two easy letters. So the first one is T. Put some orange dye in there. Horizontal row of orange across the top. Vertical row of orange through the middle. Easy. T. The second easiest letter is M. So another cyan banner with some orange dye in there, and we want to have the top triangle effect. Grab the banner, put it in, cyan dye in there, and we want to have the loads of mini triangles at the top of the banner. Grab that, put that back in, and then we actually need another orange dye, which is a little bit embarrassing, but you know these things do happen. And we're going to put the banner in with the orange dye, which is a little bit embarrassing, but you know these things do happen. And we're going to put the banner in with the orange dye, and we want to have a vertical row of orange on the left and on the right. Last but not least, this is the most difficult banner, but also very easy as well. Black banner in there, yellow dye in there. We want to make a border of yellow all the way around the edge of the banner, which I am having locating right now for some unknown reason. There we go. Grab that, put that back in. Put some cyan dye in there, and we want to make. So we have two options. It's up to you. We either do the circle, or we do the diamond. I like the diamond, so it's personal choice there. So the O banner is going to go all the way up on top of this pink concrete that I left exposed at the top of the garage. Left a T, right an M. Boom. There we have Tom Studios. There is a little bit more detail that we can add here and there, but majoritively it's done. So, for instance, just a couple of little bits would be to add some ferns about the place. We would also add like black concrete and calcite for a little bit of decoration. So the black concrete and the calcite would just go. We would also add like black concrete and calcite for a little bit of decoration. So the black concrete and the calcite would just go here, just right next to the garage, just kind of slipped away in the corner. Ferns would go all the way around the edge of the garage, mostly. So yeah, we'll kind of just place it all the way around the edge. We're of course missing a door, but we can do that so easily later on. Just going to place the ferns kind of just going all the way around the outside and kind of extending out the front of the garage on the left side, but not the right. And then that is actually it. Like, in terms of the actual Tom Studios is complete. But we're not just making Tom Studios, we are also making the house adjoined to it. So, to make the house, we are majoritively going to just need these materials here. So, I've curated these. Feel free to pause the video a second, make sure that you've got all of these ready to go in the inventory. And once you have them, we can get started. So I'm going to come all the way over to the left side of the garage, and I'm going to take Tori, and once you have got them all, we can get started. So I'm going to go all the way over to the left side of the garage, and I'm going to take the bottom left-hand corner of the little extra structure that we have here, and we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 white concrete extending out from said structure. We then want to extend forwards also by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to extend left by 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we want to extend backwards by 14.
14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Extend across and join to the block that we started from. So we should end up with something that should look like this. We are going to take the 4 corners of this and extend the corners up by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many times are we going to? I might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was wondering if I was going to count out all of the 10, but I guess I just decided to. So now that we have all of these rows, we can now start adding a bit of detail. We'll start with the front, it just seems logical. On the front bottom right-hand corner of the white concrete frame that we have now constructed, we want to place 1, 2 yellow concretes extending in. An oak door left of this, yellow concrete left of that, extend up 1, place a crimson sign in front of this block, and then extend left by a further 1 using yellow concrete, then place a left sign in front of this block, and then extend left by a further 1 using yellow concrete, then place a glass to the left, extend up. And then place 2 yellow concrete on top of each other, 1, 2. 2 glass on top of each other, 1, 2. Extend to the right by 1, 2, 3 using yellow concrete, and then stick glass on the end. We then want to take the centre yellow concrete here, extend up by 1, 2, and then 2 glass on top, 1, 2. And this is what we should be left with. Looks pretty good, right? So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to extend yellow concrete in from these sides. Then we are going to extend the yellow concrete up a row. And then we're going to do the same thing, except we are going to shrink it in a row. So we're going to do another row of yellow concrete, 1 row shorter, another row of yellow concrete, 1 row shorter, and another row of yellow concrete, 1 row shorter. If we try doing that again, it's not going to work out. We then want to stick, basically, just dark oak stairs up these sides here, like this. We want the dark oak stairs to stairs up these sides here, like this. We want the dark oak stairs to extend 1 row forward in front of the building, we've got a slab up top, so we'll extend all of these. We then want to place upside down stairs underneath the overhanging row of stairs with dark oak planks extending down from the top. And there we go. I mean, that's pretty much the front of the build. Nice and simple. So the sides will just be filling in with yellow concrete, and just to represent that, I'm just going to extend the tops of the white concrete backwards, because we need something to place these stairs on anyway, like this. And then the back of the build is ever so slightly different in that there is a little door on the back of the build. So we want to place from the bottom right hand corner here, left of this, 1, 2, 3 white concrete. And then on top of the outward one, on top of the centre white concrete, we stick an oak door. Yellow concrete all the way around the edge of the door. Then we want to place a yellow concrete on top of the centre block. And then dark oak stairs on the left and right sides with a dark oak slab on top of the centre. We then extend the stairs 1 row forwards. The slab as well. We place upside down stairs with then a dark oak plank just extending down from the top. And then pretty much all we do is we copy-ish the window pattern that we have. So on the left side here, we don't have a window, but if we add a row of yellow concrete here, and then on the left side we simply place a yellow concrete glass block, extend up 1, 2 yellow concrete on top, followed by 2 glass. We then want to have a row of 1, 2, 3 yellow concrete extending right, glass on the end, extend up, yellow concrete in between, extend the centre concrete up 1, 2, and then 1, 2 glass extending up, just like this. And on the back of the build is pretty much the same sort of deal, so we want to have the exact same shape using yellow concrete, because that is of course the frame for the roof. It won't really change on the back unless there was a good reason for it, but there isn't, so we can just make the outside the frame. We can have the dark oak plank extending down, the stairs hanging off, so just like this. Then we have the upside down stairs like so, just like this, and that is perfect. So the next thing that we are going to do, just to kind of like, because before we start filling this in and do all of that process, I'd like it if all of the details were made. So I'm going to grab white concrete, and on the front of the build I'm going to extend the corners forwards, 1, 2, 3 with the white concrete, 1, 2, 3. On the right side, extend inwards by 1, 2. Place a stone. Extend all the way to the left, the corners forwards, 1, 2, 3 with the white concrete, 1, 2, 3. On the right side, extend inwards by 1, 2. Place a stone. Extend all the way to the left using white concrete. Fill the centre in it using stone. We then want to place a birch fence on top of the white concrete, extending inwards here towards where we have this stone. We're then going to grab birch fence. Oh, sorry, that's an end rod. We want to grab end rods. We want to grab dark oak slabs. We need a smooth board stair, some ferns, and we will also actually need the white concrete, the yellow concrete, the glass, and the dark oak slabs again. So on there, some ferns, and we will also need the white concrete, the yellow concrete, the glass, and the dark oak slabs again. So on top of the corners here, we are going to place 2 end rods extending up from the corners of the porch. We then want to have dark oak slabs placed on top of the end rods, and we'll extend those a row forwards. Is it extended a row forwards, or does it just sit nicely on top? We'll have them extended a row forwards, and then we're going to join them together, and then we're going to extend the ends we're going to extend the ends of the porch, the dark oak wood slabs, inwards and up until they eventually join back to the house. And we're just going to join the top of the porch together, just left and right like this. And that's all there is to it. We want to place a smooth quartz stairs in front of the stone here. We want to place ferns in front of the porch on the left and right. We also want, and that's all there is to it. We want to place a smooth quartz stairs in front of the stone here. And we want to place ferns in front of the porch on the left and right. We also want to extend a row of stone, extending outwards towards the boundary of the belt, like this. And now it's time for us to work on the little mini extension of the house, which we already have a little bit on. So, we want to take this row of white concrete that we have here, and we want to take the white concrete that joins to the house and extend it up by 6 using yellow concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We then want to extend it right 1, and then down, right by 2. And then we're going to destroy this little trapdoor here, drop the yellow concrete down to the ground. We'll get rid of the 2 white concretes that were behind the acacia, and we'll replace those with yellow. There's a little window in this structure, so if we plant some yellow concrete at the bottom, place a couple of glass on top of the yellow concrete, fill the rest of it in, there we go. That's looking pretty good. So we want to come towards the back of the build here, and we're going to take the corner of this white concrete, we'll extend it back so that it is even and level with the back of the garage, extend it in, and then we basically just want to copy what we have on the front. So we want to just have the exact same thing here with the glass, with the yellow. There is also going to be a little roof which stems, and then we basically just want to copy what we have on the front. So we want to just have the exact same thing here with the glass, with the yellow. There is also going to be a little roof which stems, basically, it's made in the same way that all of the other roofs are. We just take the side, place a dark oak slab extending out from it, extend it forwards, and then in, up, so on and so forth, until it eventually connects back to the house. And I'm just going to extend the edge backwards here just to demonstrate that, in, up, until eventually we just join back to the house. That one connecting front to back. We also have a little open door here just for the back of the garage. And now, other than maybe placing some ferns just on the back, we also have a little open door here just for the back of the garage. And now, other than maybe placing some ferns just on the back of the building, just to make it a bit nicer, I think that looks pretty good. It's time for us to actually fill the house in. So to do that, we simply fill in, and it might even be easier from the inside, I don't know. We fill all of the 4 remaining sides in using yellow concrete, and then we simply just join the roof, the main roof, front to back, using dark oak wood stairs, and the little side roof, the little mini roof, we of course just use dark oak slabs. So that's all we've got to do, and it's going to take a little while, and it's not going to be too fun to watch, so enjoy the little timeline. So with that time lapse complete, we have complete. We just have to add a little bit of detail here and about the place. So, it would be helpful for us to establish some boundaries. We're going to use birch fence for this. If you have made the actual white concrete grid, we are going to leave a gap of 1, 2 from the front left-hand corner, and place a row of birch fence extending across and leaving a gap of 1 where we already have the stone path here. We are going to continue the fence and extend right until the fence kind of like lines up with the corner of the garage. Now, the only reason that this is relevant is because I want to take the centre-ish point between the garage and the porch of the house, and the centre-ish point between the fence and, again, the same space in between, and I want to place an oak tree, which I'm going to grow using bone meal. It isn't an egregious size, which is good, so I'm going to place a couple of iron bars extending down from the lead. It's an egregious size, which is good, so I'm going to place a couple of iron bars extending down from the leaves, leaving a gap of 1 apart. And then I want to place it. This is so tricky without placing a block. And then I want to place. Here we go. I want to place, leaving a gap of 1 apart. And then I want to place it. This is so tricky without placing a block. And then I want to place. Here we go. I want to. Place dark oak trapdoors connecting them to look like a little swing. Also, there are bins or trash bags or something similar in front of the fence here, roughly where the tree is, so a couple of dried cow blocks look like tied up trash bags. We can see roughly where the tree is, so a wing. Also, there are bins or trash bags or something similar in front of the fence here, roughly where the tree is, so a couple of dried cow blocks look like tied up trash bags. We want to have a letterbox, so this is, or a mailbox. We want to place a crimson fence in place of the birch, red terracotta on top, oak trapdoor flip down in front of it. There is a fire hydrant located, roughly speaking, kind of where this chest is here behind the left side of it. It's kind of right there actually. Is a fire hydrant located, roughly speaking, kind of where this chest is here behind the left side of it. It's kind of right there actually. We have I'm destroying these, aren't I? Whoops. So there is a couple of things to do. So there is a driveway and there is a path, and there is an extension of the fence and also a hedge. So the hedge actually starts where the fence does over there. It starts in the same way. So it is an extension of the fence and also a hedge. So the hedge actually starts where the fence does over there. It starts in the same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay.
So we want to have row of leaves. I like jungle leaves, but any leaves we can do extend all the way back on top of the corner of the grid. And then we want to have a double high row of leaves extending across the entire back wall. So just to kind of like make it a little bit more private on the back and the side. I've got to go back over there anyway, so I don't mind that there's a little gap there. Here. And then we're going to run a row of birch fence extending from the corner of the hedge all the way forward. So the back corner of the hedge, we're going to extend it all the way forwards like this. And perfect. So this is looking pretty good. So you may not have world edit, but I do. So the reason that I'm mentioning this is because the area from the left side of this garage door to the right side of this garage door, extending all the way to the boundary, wants to be. Smooth stone. If you do not have world edit, that is going to take a little bit longer. But I want to remind you that I do. So the next thing that we're going to do is place a row of smooth stone extending in front of the build, basically just right in front of the fence area. So extending all the way across just like this. And then what we're going to do from here, and this wants to be smooth stone as well, is we want to replace this white concrete here with grass. So if we then that will look absolutely perfect. And if you want to mess up the yard a little bit with some bone meal and stuff, then that is completely up to you. But ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, we've actually made the entire build, and I'm fairly happy with it. This is a really cool addition to this. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please...
I have finished and built Tom Studios from Talking Tom and Friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building Tom Studios from Talking Tom and Friends. If you did guys enjoy this video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so to miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day guys, peace out.